911, what's the nature of your emergency?
Almost 2 years ago, Dee Dee Goldsmith awoke to a call no parent wants to receive. Her only daughter was dying after a fun night out went horribly wrong.
We were asleep. It was about 2 in the morning, and my cell rang. I picked it up, and one of her buddies said to me, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I said, what? You know what? Shelly's in an ambulance. She's on her way to the hospital. And we just had to stop all the time. I was sick the whole way. I knew she was gone.
19-year-old Shelly Goldsmith, a high school valedictorian and college honor scholar, had taken a drug known as MDMA, or Molly, on her way to a concert.
Shelly took MDMA and had a heat stroke while we were in the venue. And then she was taken to the hospital immediately.
Elise Eilerman was with Shelly the night she passed away.
And it wasn't really until the next day that we kind of understood the gravity of what was going on. And then we finally got the communication that she had passed away.
The same weekend Shelly died, Molly claimed the lives of 2 other young adults attending a music festival in New York. Molly, short for molecule, is a stimulant that takes users on a 6 to 8 hour euphoric high. It is thought to be the pure form of its parent drug ecstasy, but in reality, there is hardly anything pure about it. Recent studies showed that only 15% of drugs sold as Molly are really what they claim to be. A third sold under that name contains substances such as cocaine, bath salts, and baking soda, while more than half contain no MDMA at all. People think only the tainted Molly carries fatal consequences, but even the purest form can be lethal. So why is this drug so appealing to college kids around the country?
I think MDMA is the best branded drug ever. It's called Molly. That's not a scary sounding name. And also, the high it gives you is warm and fuzzy. You want to dance, you want to laugh, you want to have an awesome time. And so I think it's just very misleading.
Molly, 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 Molly.
The media also with pop culture kind of, holding this drug up as something awesome. And it's easy to hear those messages and not hear the tragic consequences that can also happen.
Dr. William Strudwick of Washington's Providence Hospital describes the effect of Molly on the system.
Well, Mollies are amphetamine-type drugs, and they're also hallucinogenics. So it speeds up everything. It speeds up their hearts. It increases their blood pressure. It gives them a sense of euphoria, a sense of warmth.
That euphoria can lead to dangerous side effects such as seizures, heart attacks, severe dehydration, and hyperthermia.
The tragedy is when it affects their bodies in ways that are untoward. Their heart rates get very, very fast. Their blood pressures get very, very fast. Sometimes they can have seizures, and that can lead to other problems.
Doctors ruled Shelly Goldsmith's cause of death as hyperthermia because her body temperature rose to fatal levels. Her autopsy revealed MDMA was the only substance in her system at the time of death, proving the drug's deadly potential.
The temperature to which it elevates your body temperature can be deadly. And that coupled with the fact that we were dancing in a crowded space, it's hot, and at a lot of venues you don't have access to free water or any water. And so all of those things together can make it incredibly dangerous.
Since Shelly's death, many people close to her are raising awareness about the dangers of this so-called harmless drug. Her mom is urging lawmakers to amend the 2003 Rave Act, an act that was put in place to shut down underground raves where promoters encourage illicit drug use. The current law discourages organizers from using common-sense safety measures to protect their patrons.
Now, safe setting standards are very basic things. It involves free water, cool down spaces or cool ambient temperature, appropriate numbers of medical personnel to deal with medical emergencies.
Dee Dee says venue operators won't implement these small safety measures because they fear it could be seen as encouraging drug use and subject them to criminal prosecution. She thinks that if Shelly had known more about Molly and its risks, she would be alive today.
It's unfathomable that Shelly would die from having taken a drug. And if it can happen to her, it can happen to any child.
This would have been Shelley's senior year at the University of Virginia. After Shelley's death, Elise Eilerman helped start the Shooting Star Foundation to spread the word around the university community about the dangers of drug use. Each year on the anniversary of Shelley's death, they commemorate her life and share with students life-saving information that could help others.
We didn't really fully understand how grave the consequences of taking MDMA could be, and so for us, it was a huge change in perspective, and it happened because of a really tragic event.
Elise and the members of the Shooting Star Foundation have been working hard to encourage their peers to think twice about the risks of taking Molly in hopes of preventing other tragic deaths like Shelley Goldsmith's. Reporting from Charlottesville, Abigail Robertson, CBN News.